Welcome to episode 28 of Storefront Strategies, where we take you behind the scenes of running a brick-and-mortar business. This week we're exploring the third week at Box Brand, a week filled with diverse challenges, unexpected moments, and exciting progress. In week 2 we focused on clarifying Box Brand's identity, establishing ourselves as a customization hub rather than a traditional clothing brand. That clarity has already started to show its impact, with customers asking fewer questions about what we do and more about how we can help bring their ideas to life. But as week 3 unfolded, it became clear that the entrepreneurial journey is full of surprises. This week brought its own set of unique experiences, starting with a significant custom order for a local event. We took on the challenge of creating 15 t-shirts, each featuring 7 logos on the back, a project that tested our workflow and raised important questions about pricing for custom work. It was a labour-intensive process, but one that sparked curiosity among shop visitors and showcased what Box Brand can deliver. I also had an important meeting with Neil Headley of Headley Enterprises, who is designing our website. While Box Brand is a physical shop, having an engaging online presence remains essential. Neil and I discussed creating a dynamic and unique site that reflects the creativity and personalisation that Box Brand offers. One of the most challenging moments came with a customer request for a hoodie featuring strong language. This situation pushed me to reflect on the legal and ethical implications of such a request, and more importantly, what I want Box Brand to stand for as a brand. Finally, I'll be sharing this week's income report. Stay tuned as we dive into the lessons and highlights from week 3. Running a shop brings its own share of quirky and amusing moments, and week 3 was no exception. One interaction stood out as particularly baffling and funny. A man with a bohemian vibe, long hair, tattoos, and likely in his mid-50s, walks into the shop. He asked if we print onto t-shirts, and I said that we did. He nodded and said I was in Spain and saw a shop like this, by Quine, and promptly walked out. The randomness of it left me laughing after he'd gone. We get a lot of foot traffic from people waiting for the buses, since we're the first shop at the entrance to the bus station. I've gotten used to folks popping in to browse or asking unexpected questions. While sometimes it interrupts my work, I find these interactions add a little bit of colour to the day. Plus, it's all part of creating an inviting atmosphere where people feel comfortable coming in, even if it's just for a quick look round. This week's standout challenge came from Chef Paul, someone I've met before and whose work I truly admire. Paul runs community events where he serves delicious food and lets people pay what they feel, or nothing at all if they can't. When he came into the shop and asked about t-shirts for volunteers, I thought he wanted a quote. The shop was busy and noisy, and I didn't quite catch everything he said. So when I said yes, thinking I was agreeing to provide a quote, I realised quickly that I'd actually committed to producing the shirts. I didn't mind though. Paul's work is amazing, and we have plenty of blank t-shirts in stock. Then the design came through, and that's when the real challenge began. Each shirt needed a front graphic and 7 sponsor logos on the back. In total, that meant 120 vinyl pieces to cut, weed, and press. The process was a test of both patience and workflow. As we're still working with vinyl at this stage, each logo had to be pressed individually and in some cases twice. To streamline the process, I got creative by combining multiple presses where possible. I started by cutting all the vinyl, then pressed one full shirt as a sample. From here, I worked in batches to complete the order efficiently. The entire project didn't disrupt other shop operations too much, but it highlighted the need for better equipment. Once we invest in a direct-to-film printer, a job like this will be significantly faster. Instead of 120 cuts and presses, the back panel could be printed as one piece and pressed in a single step, cutting the workload by maybe even 85%. This project also raised important questions about pricing. If this had been a paid order, I would have charged the standard shop price for each t-shirt with a discount for bulk orders. However, the additional work for the back panel would not have been included in the price. So this realization prompted me to work with Matt to research how other businesses handle similar customizations. He found that most companies include an extra fee for extensive design or multiple placements, which is something that we'll definitely implement moving forward. While I didn't mind doing this particular project as a favour, it was a valuable lesson in understanding the true cost of time, materials, and effort. The finished shirts look fantastic, and Paul and his volunteers were thrilled with them. I even got to see them in action at the event, which my family and I attended. It was rewarding to see how easy it was to spot the volunteers, and Paul's gratitude made the effort worthwhile. Plus, the delicious Mexican food served at the event didn't hurt. While the order took up a significant portion of my week, it was a worthwhile experience that tested my workflow, inspired future improvements, and it highlighted the importance of understanding the real value of what we offer. Building a website for Box Brand isn't just about creating an online presence. It's about extending the shop's identity into the digital space. To start the process, Neil Headley, our web designer, visited the shop to get a real feel for what Box Brand is all about. This hands-on approach was crucial for him to understand not just the products that we offer, but the experience we want to create for our customers. Neil came armed with questions, exploring everything from the workflow of our customization process to the challenges and opportunities presented by our 32-metre squared space. His goal is to replicate the essence of Box Brand online, translating the experiential retail concept into a digital platform that's both intuitive and engaging. Even though Box Brand is firmly rooted in the local community, the reach of a brick-and-mortar shop is naturally limited. A website changes that. It allows us to connect with customers beyond our geographical catchment area, offering custom products across the UK and potentially even internationally. The website isn't just a sales tool, it's also a space for customers to take their time. Unlike the shop, where some customers might feel the pressure of deciding on the spot, the website lets them explore options, share ideas with friends or colleagues, and plan their designs at their own pace. This is particularly important for larger or group orders, such as community group merchandise or business uniforms. For Box Brand, the website will complement our physical shop by showcasing ideas that don't fit within the confines of our small space. With detailed text, graphics, and possibly videos, we'll be able to clearly spell out what we offer and how customers can bring their ideas to life. Neil and I discussed the key elements that need to be part of the website from day one, and these include customization tools, step-by-step guidance for creating custom orders, mirroring the process we walk customers through in store, design galleries, a showcase of completed work providing inspiration and demonstrating the range of what we can do, testimonials. Over time, we'll add customer feedback to build trust and show the positive impacts of our products. The website will also include a CRM system to remember customer details and previous designs, making reorders seamless and increasing the lifetime value of each customer. This feature will be especially valuable for the growing number of community groups and businesses approaching us about merchandise. The ultimate goal is for the website to become more than just an extension of the shop. It will be marketing, sales, and promotional tool that reflects the creativity and personalisation that Box Brand offers. As Neil put it, this is a challenge that he's excited to take on, and I can't wait to see how the digital platform evolves alongside the physical shop. The online space represents the next step in Box Brand's journey, giving us the opportunity to reach more people, streamline workflows, and enhance the overall customer experience. It's an exciting chapter that promises to push the boundaries of what we can achieve, both locally and beyond. This week brought an unexpected challenge in the form of a custom hoodie request. A regular customer who is open about her mental health struggles approached us with an idea for a bold statement piece. Her request? A hoodie featuring strong adult language, aimed at expressing her frustration and setting boundaries with others. While she was enthusiastic about the design and saw no issue with it, I was taken aback. It wasn't the type of request that I'd anticipated. The design was to go on one of our neon hoodies, which would make it highly visible, and I immediately felt uneasy about the implications for Box Brand's reputation. The situation raised several questions about the legal and ethical boundaries of customization. Matt did some research to understand the legal standpoint, and we discovered that in cases like this, liability typically falls on the person commissioning and wearing the garment rather than the creator. This provided some clarity, but it didn't resolve the ethical dilemma. The issue wasn't just about legality, it's about what Box Brand stands for and where I, as the business owner, draw the line. It's one thing to create garments that reflect a customer's individuality or message, but when that message contains adult language, particularly one designed to stand out, it poses a reputational risk. What would others think if they saw the hoodie and associated its content with Box Brand? Would they assume that we're comfortable producing such designs? These questions weighed heavily on my decision. Another factor was my personal standards. While I'm open to creative and even quirky requests, I've always felt uncomfortable with adult-themed content, whether for a personal statement or for events like hen or stag parties. I want Box Brand to represent inclusivity and creativity, but not at the cost of causing offence or discomfort to others. Ultimately, I decided to fulfil the order, largely because the customer was a prior client and the request caught me off guard. I didn't feel I could argue against it at that stage. I completed the hoodie as requested, but remained uncomfortable with the decision throughout the process. If I faced a similar situation now, I believe I would handle it differently. Taking time to reflect on this experience has helped me recognise the importance of establishing clear boundaries for custom requests, even if it means saying no. This challenge reinforced the need for a proactive approach to setting boundaries and policies. In hindsight, I should have had clear guidelines in place for what types of designs Box Brand will and won't produce. This would have given me the confidence to explain my position without hesitation. It's also a reminder to think through scenarios like this before they happen. Considering legal, ethical, and reputational factors ahead of time can save a lot of stress and second guessing when faced with tough decisions. For other business owners, my advice is to define your boundaries early, make them clear to customers. It's much easier to have a policy in place than to make a decision on the spot. And remember, it's okay to say no if a request conflicts with your values or what you want your business to represent. This experience has been a valuable lesson in balancing customer satisfaction with staying true to your principles. Moving forward, I'll be more prepared to handle similar situations, and Box Brand will be stronger for it. This week, Box Brand achieved £514 in income, a solid increase compared to the previous weeks. It's encouraging to see the growth in such a short time, especially given the challenges of launching a business and refining our operations. While we're still far from where we want to be, this upward trend shows that our efforts to clarify Box Brand's identity, improve our messaging, and engaging with customers is beginning to pay off. The numbers are a reminder that building a business is a gradual process. This week's increase in income reflects not just the transactions themselves, but also the value of ongoing adjustments. From reorganising our layout to creating custom t-shirts for a local event, every action contributes to building awareness and trust with our customers. Even more important than the financial results is the insight that we're gaining. Projects like the volunteer t-shirts and customer hoodie request tested our workflows, pricing strategies, and ethical boundaries. The lessons learned from these experiences will shape how we operate moving forward. Week 3 offered some significant takeaways. Clear pricing policies are essential. The custom t-shirt order highlighted the importance of having transparent pricing, especially for labour-intensive projects. It's a reminder to value your time and materials appropriately. balancing principles with customer requests. The hoodie challenge reinforced that it's okay to say no if a request conflicts with your values. Defining clear boundaries up front can make these decisions easier. Websites matter for brick-and-mortar businesses. Our meeting with Neil Headley underscored the importance of a dynamic online presence. A well-designed website can expand your reach, showcase your offerings, and complement your physical shop. As you reflect on this week's insights, consider your own business. Are your pricing policies clear and fair? Does your branding align with your values? Is your online presence helping to grow your reach and support your goals? Let's keep the conversation going. Join our Facebook group to share your thoughts, ask questions, and connect with fellow entrepreneurs. Don't forget to sign up for the waitlist for my upcoming book, Leading with Heart, where I'll dive even deeper into the lessons and strategies behind building a successful business. Details are in the show notes.